Simplify. Clear the clutter and stuff of possessions so we can focus on Him. My life is full of clutter and possessions, activities and events. Sometimes it's hard to make time for anyone or anything else. When my life becomes so full, I become overwhelmed and I need a break. Clutter, stuff of possessions, these are the things of our life. Is there a difference between them? Clutter can frequently be found stashed in junk drawers, closets, basements, attics, or garages. Occasionally, it spills out from under our beds, well-placed cubbies, and bins meant to contain and organize. We can't always control where the clutter comes from. Junk mail, excessive packaging, and email messages. Just having kids, pets, or a family can add more clutter to our lives. I have found that if you don't keep on top of the clutter, it can quickly get out of control. So I sort, toss, file, recycle, shred, or repurpose as much as I possibly can. Clutter can also come from the world around us, media, advertising, and people. We can be inundated with information, bombarded with things to help us improve our lives, and tempted by others to stray from what we know to be true and good for us. We live in a society where keeping up with the Joneses and latest trends or ever-changing information dump can truly clutter our thoughts, words, and deeds. My stuff, my possession, that's another thing. I can be very sentimental about my possessions. My memories are linked to my prized things, my special objects, my collections, and my things. They're really just piles throughout the house. My to-do list reminds me to straighten, organize, edit, purge. Social media challenges me to color code, say thank you, look for the joy in things, or just say no, and clear the clutter and simplify my life. But really, I'm good at reorganizing, buying more containers, labeling, and stashing my things in creative places. My piles to give away, donate, or toss are small. And I fear the day when, with my siblings, we will downsize, edit, and clean out my parents' home. I know I will end up driving an overstuffed trailer back to New York. I can't possibly give all that stuff away. There's too many memories linked to all of it. Likewise, our lives can be easily become full with the events we feel are important. Errands, activities, commitments, and busy work. Just one more thing to do before the day is done. We can find empty spots in our calendar to fill up every single day. And even as the world shut down last March, we struggled to be still. Our computers open to reach out to friends and family, shop for food, clothing, and necessities, and it provided us with entertainment 24/7. We didn't want to miss out on anything. So we kept searching for things to do and different ways to stay connected. It was hard to break away from the clutter of our lives. Not until we realized that so much had been canceled were we able to find a new calm and just be content with less activity in our life. I somewhat enjoyed the simplified life we experienced back then, but it has creeped up again. Interestingly, there was more time and attention given to others during this period. We thanked first responders, we looked out for our neighbors, we focused our talents to help others, we noticed the injustices in our world, and we provided for many others in our community. Our busy lives gave way to us being compassionate, God-loving Christians who truly care about others. Maybe without us even realizing it. God was there with us, God is here with us. God is with us always. In Matthew, Jesus tells us not to be anxious about the stuff of our life. God will provide. This isn't easy. How can we not be anxious about how we will clothe, feed, or shelter ourselves? But God doesn't want us to be so wrapped up with the stuff of life that we forget about Him. And He will and does provide for us, usually in unexpected ways. God has always implored us to put Him first. Don't get caught up in the things. Don't fill our lives with so much stuff that we don't have time for Him. Don't just schedule one time for God and be done. God wants to be part of our daily life, every part of it. Therefore, He is our priority, not the events, the to-dos, the clutter, or stuff of life. God is to be actively part of our daily life. We are to be thoughtful in the how and why we use our time for Him. Remember that all we have is because of God. So, what should I do with all my clutter? It's a process, and I'm working through it. It took time to assemble, and it will take time to edit, just as it took time to realize that our plans and activities had been canceled, and the only thing to do was to really help each other. And in that process, I will value those around me, my memories, and realize that all I need is God in my life. Let us strive to simplify and give thanks to God for all He provides to us.